Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyatela
on 702.
Paseka Letsatsi is the spokesperson for SASSA, joins us on the line now. Paseka, thanks for making time. Good morning.
Good morning, Clement, and thanks for having me. And I think it's also acceptable to say compliment.
Sure, for now. And after this week, we're done with compliments of the new year. All right, let's start with what Semi has just said now. Verification processes that South African citizens go through when they apply for the SRD grant. Do foreign nationals also go through a verification process?
Everybody goes through the verification process, Clement. We verify just to check if there's no amount of money or you don't have any income in your account. Once we find that you have money that is flowing into your account, obviously you would have to make an appeal on the same platform to say the reason why the money is in your account. And I think the matter is taken from the appeal onwards.
Okay. How do you verify that the people who say they are asylum seekers or they've got refugee status are indeed legitimately asylum seekers? And I'm asking that question because, as I stated earlier on, we live in a country where even Home Affairs itself can't tell you how many illegal immigrants we have in this country. And because of our porous borders, we've had people taking advantage of our system. So you've got foreign nationals who come here and claim asylum refugee or asylum status, and yet they still take an opportunity during December and other holidays to go home and come back to South Africa, which then tells you they are not asylum seekers or deserve that refugee status. So how do you verify that legitimately these are people who were persecuted in their countries and therefore deserve that intervention from our government and that assistance?
No, thanks for the question, Clement. But I am going to restrict myself to respond to the mandate or the authority of SASSA, which is to administer the distribution of social grants. And in this instance, there's a NGO which appealed to the High Court in the Western Cape, and SASSA lost because we were not paying the refugees. And I think, Clement, so that people understand, we must not be confused. There is what we call an illegal immigrant. Mm-hmm. An illegal immigrant is someone who came into this country illegally. That person, when they come to a SASSA office or they go anywhere, they must just be arrested and be deported back to their country of origin. So SASSA will not give an illegal immigrant a grant. However, there's a category of people who are called refugees. So when you come here because you are politically persecuted in your country, you would go through the process with Home Affairs and get a status of a refugee. This is the category of people which we did not pay as an organization.
What was the reason for that initially? Why were you not paying? And
the 370 is meant to cater for South African citizens. Mm-hmm. We were taken to court. We lost the case in court. We were directed by the court of law to implement the decision and pay the refugees. In this instance, Clement, a refugee qualifies for all the rights like me and you, except one. That right which the refugee does not qualify to have is the right to vote. However, they qualify. It's an international phenomenon. Mm-hmm. In this instance, Clement, I need to put it on record that we are paying only the refugees and not the illegal immigrants. So I know that sometimes people use these words, a foreigner and so forth. So let's be clear so that people do not get hot under the collar. Yeah. That we can't pay an illegal immigrant.
Did you have an opportunity to appeal that judgment?
Yes, we did. We appealed the judgment, and the process as we speak now, Clement, I know that the department, remember, SASSA's role is to administer the distribution of social grants. The policy directive lies within the department. I know, for an example, that the department is in a process of ensuring that the matter is dealt with, because I think as we see it, the department wants direct access to the Concord just to deal with this matter. But I don't want us to discuss the processes, Clement, because I think it will divert how we deal with the matter. But I just want to put South Africans at ease that unfortunately there is nothing illegal which SASSA is doing, because if SASSA tomorrow stops paying the 370 to the refugees, the Minister of Social Development and the CEO of SASSA will be arrested for being in contempt of court.
In contempt of court. I get that. I mean, I do ask about these appeals because it's important for listeners to know what your position as SASSA or the position of the Social Development Department is. Are there enough resources, though, for this SRD grant to meet the demand of South Africans, but also the refugees?
The limitation that I have, Clement, is that I don't want to get into the space which is not a SASSA space in terms of the resources. I think that question would be better placed to the National Treasury. In terms of the policy directive, it will have to go to the department. If there's a decision that is taken that I must administer social grants to people who are above 60 years of age, as an organization, that is the mandate. And if there is no money, I would have to go and tell the department, which is supposed to tell National Treasury, that this is an amount of money which is needed for us to implement. I have my own views, Clement, on this matter, but unfortunately I am not representing myself here. I'm representing the South African Social Security Agency, and I think I need to stick to my mandate.
Who gets prioritized first between South Africans and the refugees as we speak?
If you come and make an application, Clement, we basically, if you qualify, we don't have any, but to make sure that we process it. We make a budget. We know that how many people apply, and we project in terms of the next financial year how much is needed. It goes to the department through National Treasury, and it gets administered. But so far, Clement, we have not reached a stage where we said we can't process this social grant because there is no money. We have never had that particular situation.
But yet there are some South African citizens who say that they've been rejected even though they qualify.
The rejection, Clement, I think we may need to have an hour, me and you, just to educate the public in terms of how things are verified, how people are rejected, and what processes or recourse mechanisms which they need to follow for them to be able to be put in the process. But I think now I wanted to clarify so that people understand, because I've seen the WhatsApp circulating, and I want to put it on record that there's never been any policy shift from the part of the Department of SASSA. This is what we are doing. We are implementing a court directive.
All right. Paseka Letsatsi, thanks for coming through. SASSA spokesperson.